I've trained calisthenics for 10 years. I've solely focused on strength. But what's on the other side? What can we learn from endurance? This is my journey to running a 70-kilometer ultramarathon in Japan. Alright. Okie dokie, boys and girls. Warm-up set is done. Day 29 of Road to Shimanami, the ultramarathon I'm running in Japan. And today is kind of focused on keeping my ego in check because, well, when it comes to the running, I will put it on the screen, but today's run was very slow with reason, right? I have this Excel sheet where I keep all of my runs. I keep a log of my run streak. And when I, especially lately, I look at the running and I see a lot of distance. I see that every week I'm becoming a little faster on average. And so it's very easy to let those numbers get to your mind and, start telling yourself like, hey, you gotta pick up the pace because you gotta be faster than last week, right? And so we try to see a difference in numbers week by week, but oftentimes that small difference week by week is actually progress that is way too fast to keep up. So, for example, this week I made like 10 seconds of an increase in speed compared to last week, right? But if I keep doing that, then, well, in a couple of years, in 2 or 3 years, I'll be doing negative speed. Like I'll be going backwards in time because every time, I'll get to 0 seconds per kilometers and then negative 10. So I'm unable to keep that up for forever, right? But yet we are still focused on the number. So every now and then you just have to keep your ego in check. And so I was telling myself like, hey, gotta pick up the pace. But I was also noticing that it was catching up a little bit with my body. And that's not what I want because tomorrow I actually have a session where I do want to go for speed, but I want to be prepared for it. I don't want to go into that session tired. So today I pressed on the brakes a little bit. I did a very slow run. And, well, I did some walking intervals in between as well. So I should be more rested tomorrow, although my sleep has been lacking a little bit as well. So we'll see about that. But anyway, at the same time, I'm talking about keeping your ego in check. Make sure it doesn't become an excuse, right? Because when you're telling yourself like, oh, I should keep my ego in check, so guess I can't do anything today, guess I will slack off, stay in bed, not do anything at all, well, then your ego check is turning into an excuse because when you're doing your ego check and you come to the conclusion that today you should not do anything, well, I don't think you tried hard enough to find something that you can still do. There is always something that you can still do, right? No matter how small it is, even if you're tired as hell, you can take 30 minutes to an hour dedicated to mobility training, to do light stretches, and basically get some blood flowing into your muscles to actually help recovery, right? Do active recovery, go for a walk or something. So like I mentioned, don't let the big ego, don't let the big ego and you don't want to train for your ego, don't let that be an excuse to do absolutely nothing at all, right? Just do what you are capable of. Think of, what are you able to do today that will improve yourself towards your goal? So, no matter how small it is, right? Like I said, it could be stretching. Focus on what you're able to do. Never focus on, oh, I'm not able to do plan A, so I'm not going to do anything at all, right? When plan A is not an option, you still have plan B, C, D, and, well, a limitless amount of options. But anyway, that's kind of the focus of today's run. But now I'm going to focus on the workout instead. Today we have skills and then endurance. For endurance, I'm actually doing a little bit different of a thing today, but I'll get to that after the skills. So for the skills, I'm gonna do 3 heavy combos of planche and then 3, or I'm gonna do them alternating. 3 planche, 3 front lever, alternating style, and basically go hard. That's the plan for these. Just try and go a little bit harder than last time. So we'll see how that goes. Fuck it. That was bad. Good effort though. Whew. Alright, Jesus Christ, I don't know how this keeps happening, but you just missed 17 front lever pull-ups. My front lever is feeling weak as hell, but hey, I guess I'll take 17. Let's move on to the next planche set. Right, just like last time, I'm gonna do 5 seconds of planche hold, do some presses. Jesus Christ. Holy fuck. Alright, let's try and redo those 17 front lever pull-ups. Before I did like a touch hold at number 10 as well, but I'm not gonna do that this time. Alright, this training is shaping up to be very similar to last one's training when it comes to planche sets, because I'm gonna do one push-up, do a hold just like last time. However, I notice that my line in the planche is oftentimes a little bit bent, so I'm gonna try and exaggerate my form in this last set after the push-up to see if I can fix it. Bob the Builder. Oh, alright, that was the last set. I'm seeing stars today. Let's move on to the endurance part. Alright, trying out some dips today, a bit different than usual because lately the push-ups have been hurting my side. You know, it's like kind of this lingering pain from the injury I got from the deadlift. It's not going away. I think it's because in the push-up position, I spend a lot of time in like kind of a plank position, at which time this part of my, my side is always activated. So perhaps because I've been doing that, even though it wasn't hurting before, maybe now that, it was kind of weakened, it was leading to overuse injury. And so I'm gonna try dips today to see if it doesn't aggravate it. I feel it a little bit right now, but I'm just gonna try it out. I'm doing EMOM, I have to do another set. As you can see, I'm doing 25 reps per set. I'm gonna try and do this for 20 sets in total to get the minimum 500. Like I mentioned in the beginning, you have to kind of match or balance between not training for your ego, but also not making excuses. If today, after the dips, I feel like, my side is not getting better, then next time I will stop the endurance, I will not aggravate it more. But today, I set out to do endurance, and once I felt, in my side that I was kind of feeling this pain, right? My mind immediately started making excuses. So, well, set number 3. My mind was immediately like, well, you don't have to do all of those hard push-ups, You don't have to have that sickening, burning feeling in your chest today. You have a reason to stop, right? So my mind was immediately trying to tell me to take the easy way out. And resting is not a bad thing, but I don't like the way that lazy voice in my head was talking to me. So for today, I'm just gonna complete the dips, see how it feels, and then next time, once the battle is over, today's battle is over, I can assess the situation and see what I do next time. So that's basically gonna be the plan. I'm not used to dips, so let's see if I'm gonna be able to complete these 20 sets. Alright, that's 10. No, that's not 10. That's 20 fucking sets. Alright, so I think it's about time to check out a sick pump. Holy hell. Not only the chest, but the triceps and the shoulders too. Oh yeah, everything is being hit by the dips. It's way more difficult to isolate the chest, when you're doing dips. At least for me, I'm not used to them, so I don't know any reference points or things I should pay attention to. I just do the freaking dips. But once in a while, that's good, and during the dips, once I was getting more and more warmed up, the dips were feeling better. I was feeling less of the pain in my side, which with the push-ups is the same case. So I'm gonna see on Saturday. I normally have another endurance day, but if I still feel the same iffy pain, or it's not even like bad pain or anything, it's just uncomfortable. If I still feel it in my day-to-day tasks by Saturday, then I'm gonna take some forced rest from endurance. But once again, don't let rest be an excuse to not do anything at all, Don't let stepping away from your big ego, don't let it be an excuse. So I want to keep doing push-ups, of course, but I have to make sure that I recover as well. Otherwise, it's just ego lifting. But at the same time, if I don't replace it with anything, I'm just running from the difficult workouts. Because when it comes to these endurance workouts, body weight is the hardest variant that you can do. When you add weight, you're making the exercise more difficult. You're allowing yourself to basically get away with less reps, with less pain. That's what's so difficult about the endurance workouts, From set number 5, this was already very difficult. But once you're adapted to the high volume stuff, you can just push through the burn, and that's when it starts hurting. That's when you want to quit. But doing the body weight, you you still have energy left, so you have to keep going, and it hurts. But yeah, we'll find something. And well, anyway, that's gonna be it for today's training. Very happy with how it went, of course. Well, the planche wasn't the best. The front lever wasn't the best either. But still, I think I gave it my all, especially on these dips. 500 reps in 20 minutes, not 25. Not too bad. It might actually be a PR, but yeah, that's gonna be it for today. I'm gonna be sleeping very well tonight, I believe. So yeah, I'm gonna have some dinner, and I'll see you tomorrow for, well, an interval day number 30 of the running. I don't know if I'll record anything because it's actually quite a serious training, I guess, for the running as well, but I'll definitely explain it, and I'll give a bit of a bigger update on how the 3 days has went with the running, because it wasn't too easy, or it wasn't easy at all, I should say. But yeah, that's something for tomorrow. So I'll see you then.